everyone. I hope all is well and you're enjoying your summer or winter, depending on what part of the world you're in. And if you're watching this, I would love to know where you're watching it from. And I would like to know if this sounds familiar to you. You're at the 13th hole and you find your energy levels are dipping. You're losing focus and your swing just doesn't feel right. In fact, it feels like you're swinging a pool noodle, which is not a great feeling. You're feeling some frustration and you're not scoring as well as you should be. And you really can't figure out why this happens. The answer may just be in your nutrition. So welcome to the Fuel Your Game, Fuel Your Life workshop. I'm Anita Duwel, a golfer, a certified holistic nutrition and health coach through NutraPhoria, a proud mom, a grandmother of a beautiful granddaughter, and a 3-time world champion in dragon boating. I wrote the Golfer's Nutrition Caddy because I kept hearing my fellow golfers complain about feeling tired and losing focus halfway through their game. And I knew it didn't have to be that way. And I know this happens to many golfers. In fact, it's happened to me a few times. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 simple strategies from my new book, The Golfer's Nutrition Caddy, that can help you finish strong, stay focused, and feel great both on and off the course. And I know it works, as my fellow golfers are feeling the difference after implementing a few strategies. Before getting into the strategies, I thought I would share with you this very important piece of information. Our gut is known as the second brain, and there is communication that goes back and forth between the gut and brain. What's important and what's really interesting to note is that most of the information between the gut and brain is carried from the gut to the brain, around 80 to 90% of it, hence the importance of nutrition. Therefore, how you fuel your body has an impact on how you think, how you feel, and what you do. Our first strategy, and it's a big one, and is most likely something you have heard more times than you can count, it's your hydration. Did you know that most golfers are already dehydrated before they even tee off? Now, that's like heading out on a road trip for a vacation with your gas tank already on empty. And you wouldn't do that. So why don't you hydrate your body the way you should? Great question, isn't it? Here's the thing. Staying hydrated is key to maintaining your game and your health. The fact is, if you're not hydrated enough, you will not play your best, nor will you feel your best. Our bodies are on average about 60% water, with our brain being 73, muscles 79, joints 75, and heart 73. These numbers alone should prompt you to reach for a water bottle. And I'm going to take a little sip right now. When you're dehydrated, your mental focus is affected, which can affect decision-making and accuracy, which are both really important for your game. I played with someone just the other day, and on the back 9, she said to me, I feel like I go blank. I'm losing consciousness when I'm getting ready to hit the ball. And of course, I asked her if she's feeling okay, and she said yes. And then I asked her if she had eaten anything or had she been drinking water. And she replied, I had some. Now, some ended up being maybe half a liter, which is about 2 cups of water, which is not nearly enough. And she had not eaten anything at all as she played. It was also a very hot, humid day, and she was walking. She was unable to focus, and it had a negative effect on her game. Even a 2% drop in hydration can affect how your brain functions. So, how much should you drink? Well, the amount you should drink depends on your size, your age, your fitness level, even on how much you sweat. But as a general rule, you should drink about half your body weight in ounces or multiply your body weight by 2/3. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, then you should drink between 75 to 100 ounces or 2.2 to 3 liters of water per day. And if you're playing in hot, humid weather, then you would need to increase how much you are drinking. Now, my Garmin watch tracks my water loss, and on a really hot day, my water loss can reach 3 liters, about 100 ounces, and on a typical hot day, it will reach just over 64 ounces or 2 liters. Excuse me. water break. And the result that's on my watch is after my game. So it's not even a full day that has gone by. So if I'm not drinking 2 to 3 liters of water, I'm dehydrated. And I feel the difference. My focus is off, my energy is low. And there were times when I had a headache or when I felt lightheaded, especially on the hotter days. One other thing that is important for your hydration is that you include electrolytes in your. You want to make sure that you add electrolytes to your water. You can buy a drink with electrolytes. You just want to make sure it's not super high in sugar. Or you can drink coconut water, or you can even make your own electrolyte drink. So, why do we need electrolytes? Because when we sweat, we lose water. However, we also lose sodium, potassium, and magnesium, and the electrolytes will help replace them. Sodium helps with water retention. Potassium helps support muscle function. Magnesium helps prevent cramps, which can happen when you're dehydrated. And of course, the fluid helps replace the water loss. So my advice to you is to drink water before you play, during play with electrolytes, and after play as well. Actually, it's best to continuously hydrate and not just when golfing. Think of hydration as part of your game plan, right? Just like choosing the right club. Regular, proactive hydration will help you perform at your best. And as golfers, our concentration, our coordination, and our endurance need to be at their best through hours of play. So hydration isn't just a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable. How can you work on drinking more water? Try taking a sip after every shot. It's a great habit to get into. Now that you have your hydration under control, it's time to think about what you are eating. Just like mastering your swing, understanding nutrition basics can make a really big difference in your game. Nutrition, well, it's all about getting the right balance of energy and nutrients to support physical stamina, mental clarity, and recovery. And what will give you that needed energy, focus, and recovery? Well, that's your carbohydrates, fats, and protein. Carbohydrates are your body's go-to for fuel, providing the energy you need to power through like long rounds, 4 or 5 hours at times, and more if it's a tournament, and to maintain focus throughout your game. And if you're someone who thinks that all carbs are bad for you, well, I'm really happy to tell you that not all carbs are evil. Carbs received a bad rap when highly processed, refined foods such as candy, cookies, white bread, and sugary cereals hit the supermarket shelves. And the problem is these items, they're loaded with empty calories and they have absolutely no nutritional value. Therefore, they will do you no good on the course and they'll leave you feeling tired and drained. On the other hand, carbs such as fruits, veggies, and whole grains are excellent, and they come loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that your body really needs to function well. Proteins, on the other hand, they're needed for muscle maintenance and recovery. They help repair and strengthen your muscles. Did you know that every swing you make, every step you take, feels like I'm going to break into song, but don't worry, I'm not. And the act of carrying or pushing your golf bag stresses your muscles, causing micro tears that will need repair. Protein steps in to repair these tiny tears, preventing muscle soreness and injury, while also building stronger muscle fibers for future performance. And last but not least of our macronutrients are fats. And yes, fats are good for you. Research has shown that healthy fats are a critical component of a balanced diet. They're needed for sustained energy, cellular function, nutrient absorption. Vitamins A, D, E, and K need fats to be absorbed by our body, and fats are needed for your overall health. They're your long game strategists. They provide slow release energy that lasts for hours, supporting endurance, mental clarity, and even joint health. Of course, you want to make sure you're eating the healthy fats and not the unhealthy trans fats found in many processed foods. Now that you know why you should eat carbs, proteins, and fats, it's time to look at what to eat and when to eat. So let's start with your pre-game nutrition. Just as you start your game with a good warm-up, it's really important that you start with smart fueling. And timing is everything in golf. It's also important for you to time your meals and balance your intake. And a well-balanced meal before your round can make all the difference in your focus and concentration and your endurance. And hey, it'll also promote overall health. You don't want to start your round on just coffee and hope. So let's look at what a golf day looks like in terms of nutrition. So 3 to 4 hours before playing would be a great time to have a substantial meal, such as a hearty bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and sliced almonds, paired with a couple of scrambled eggs. Or if you want, you're more into smoothies, you can blend up some spinach, banana, Greek yogurt, and some almond butter. And both of these have a good combination of the 3 macronutrients, carbs, proteins, and fats. So before your next round, trade in your muffin and coffee for a balanced breakfast and see how it impacts your game. If your tea time is later in the morning, or if the morning got away from you, maybe you hit the snooze button one too many times, no worries. You can have a good healthy protein bar that has natural ingredients and has a good balance of proteins and carbs. You definitely want to avoid the high sugar ones. Another great snack that you can have is Greek yogurt with some berries and maybe some nuts sprinkled on it. These quick bites will help steady your energy levels so that you can focus on your game and not on your grumbling stomach. And of course, you need to hydrate. Try to drink a couple of cups of water before you play and make sure that you have a bottle filled with some electrolytes for when you hit the course. All right. We've taken care of our pre-game nutrition. Now, what do we bring with us on the course and when is the best time to eat it? First off, you have to have snacks that are portable and that have a good balance of carbs, proteins, and fats. And you don't want to wait until you're low on energy to have a snack. Try taking a few bites every few holes to keep your energy steady. For the early holes, like holes 1 to 6, your goal would be to consume fast digesting carbohydrates that provide a quick burst of energy. You want to make sure that they're not highly processed and they're not full of added sugars. A friend that I golf with quite often used to have candy as her snack, and she thought the sugar would give her the energy that she needs, but of course it didn't. And she was also someone who didn't drink much water. She would bring a 500 milliliter bottle of water with her, loaded with ice, so there really wasn't that much water in it. And she would drink that, and she thought she was doing really good. Now, after golfing with me for a couple of years, she brings with her some healthy protein bars and carries extra bottles of water with her for when she runs out of her new 750 milliliter bottle, and has told me that she is feeling the difference. So over a couple of years, she's adjusted and created new habits that have her feeling better right through her game. And her game has improved as well. She is not crashing on the back nine like she used to. Examples of a good snack would be fresh fruit such as bananas or apples with some nuts. A quality granola protein bar could work too. Watermelon is high in water, 90%, which makes it great for hydration early in your round, and it provides quick, easily digestible carbs from natural sugars, which offer a fast energy boost without weighing you down. Plus, it's refreshing, especially in hot weather. For the middle holes, your energy needs to stay stable, and some good snack options are mixed nuts and dried fruit, hard-boiled eggs with a handful of nuts, or some homemade energy balls. For the final holes, 13 to 18, your goal is to maintain steady energy and hydration while starting to focus on muscle recovery. For example, a turkey and avocado wrap, or vegan, if vegan, you can use tofu. Another example would be hummus with veggie sticks. If you're someone who does not snack when golfing, start slowly by packing 2 snacks, one for the front 9 and one for the back, and see how you feel. And I think if you start incorporating these snacks, you're going to start to feel better. Then, after a day of chasing pars, birdies or bogeys, and dealing with bunkers and the rough and overcoming wayward shots and scrambling, your body is more than ready to take a break. So it's now time to take care of your post-game nutrition. Your muscles have been lugging you all over the course, and really they need some TLC. This is where protein comes in. Protein is your friend. Lean chicken, turkey, fish, or vegetarian protein is what you need. These foods, they help repair muscle fibers, ensuring that you're ready for your next tee off. And fats that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon or flax seeds, they can help keep your mental game strong. So protein is your repair crew, while healthy fats can help keep your brain healthy. Plus, good recovery reduces inflammation. So your joints, muscles, and your mood will thank you. Ending the day should feel as good as sinking a nice, long, winding putt. This is your time to unwind and enjoy a meal that satisfies both your stomach and your soul, helping you to relax and to replenish. So imagine sitting back with a plate of grilled salmon or chicken or tofu, some brown rice or quinoa, and a heaping of greens. It's not only delicious, it's a nutritional powerhouse, providing a balanced mix of carbs, proteins, and fats that help keep your body recover and prepare for your next challenge. Or maybe you're in the mood for something simple like a pasta dish with lean beef and plenty of veggies and a light tomato sauce. It's comforting, it's filling, and it keeps those recovery bases covered. So in the spirit of the 19th hole, it's about relaxation and enjoyment. You want to choose foods that not only benefit you, but also that you genuinely enjoy. Remember, the 19th hole is as much about celebrating the day's play as it is about setting yourself up for future rounds. And finally, hydration. Yes, we're back on hydration. It's not just about drinking during the game. What you drink from here on in will also help set the stage for your recovery and your next game. So there you have it. 4 simple nutritional strategies that can help improve your game and keep you strong and focused going into the back 9. You want to hydrate like it matters, fuel before you play, snack smart during, and recover like a champion. So start by trying one of these strategies before your next round, and I promise you're going to feel the difference by hole 18. The goal is not to change everything all at once. That will not work. That never works. You want to start by setting small, achievable goals that are doable. For example, if hydration is your focus, aim to drink more water during your round. If your goal is to drink an extra 500 milliliters or 2 cups of water, and by the end of it you realize you only drank, an extra 250 milliliters, it's still a win, because even though you didn't hit your target, you still drank more water than you usually do. So building new habits takes time and it takes effort, and it's all about being consistent and making some progress. It's not about being perfect. So please think progress over perfection, and you will get results. So everything that I've shared today and more is in my book, The Golfer's Nutrition Caddy. Plus there are lots of easy, yummy recipes. There's help on adjusting if you have dietary restrictions. And there's information on how to manage travel and tournament play. There's a chapter on putting it all together, and there's more. It can be found easily on Amazon. Just search the title of the book, The Golfer's Nutrition Caddy. One final note that I would like to make, and it's not about nutrition, is that it's not about hydration. It's not only will the right nutrition power your game, but it will also support long-term vitality, ensuring you're playing your best now and for years to come. And if you incorporate some of these tips into your daily lives and share them with your family and friends, they will also benefit and learn and have years of feeling much better about themselves and what they're doing. So thank you for being here, and I hope that you have found some helpful tips that you could implement right away. I would love to have any feedback you may have. You can put it in the comments, or you can send me a message. Remember, if you play better by fueling better, it really is that simple. So take care, everyone. It was fun being here today, and I wish you all a wonderful day.